Hi, I'm Ryan Szymanski, curator of Battleship New Jersey Museum and Memorial, and today we've got a unique video for you. This was suggested by one of our viewers. One of the things you would do with a new sailor when you first bring them on the ship is take them somewhere randomly on the ship, blindfolded, and tell them they have to find their way out. So this way, if you are inside the ship and you lose all power or something goes wrong and you've got to abandon ship, you've got an idea of how to find your way out of that spot. So we're going to try that today. A couple of my coworkers are going to take me to a random part of the ship. I'm not sure what it is, blindfolded, and then we're going to see if I can find my way out of the room and how long it takes. And so Libby's going to be manning the camera, and Rob is going to be behind me, making sure I don't trip over anything on the deck or anything like that. Oftentimes, multiple members of a division would take the new guy down and be around them to make sure they don't go through any of these pits of death or face plant off a ladder or anything like that. So, if you see another person looming over me, it's for my safety. So, let's give this a shot. So it struck me as they were walking me back here that the sailors would probably know where they were. They would have probably taken them there to the space and then blindfolded them, because in this scenario where you're trying to abandon ship, make it up to the main deck where there is light again, you know where you're starting from, where your workspace is, your berthing space or mess deck or wherever you ended up being. So I guess that's an extra level of hardness. We were walking for a while blindfolded, so I'm pretty sure we're on the other end of the ship. We've only gone down one ladder, so I'm pretty positive I'm on third deck. And we did have one step down, which I'm fairly certain was, unless I was completely turned around and mismanaging time, that we had walked all the way from my office aft along the armored deck to the mess decks, where you step off of the armored deck onto the mess deck. So now we are starting, and okay, we got a mattress here. I am in a berthing space, and we got lockers behind me, which means that the way out is probably up this way. This side is smooth, so this is probably the back face of a set of bunks. Okay. Got a low overhead here. Right, it is padded, which probably makes it a ventilating duct. And okay, so here's one of the ladders that leads down to a refrigerator or something like that. Unfortunately, we've got it chained off, so none of the Cub Scouts sleeping down here on overnights do the same thing I'm doing in the middle of the night and end up going down there. All right. The problem is there are at least 3 spaces that have something like this. So I can't even try and orient myself in my head and figure out where I am. It's also maybe worth mentioning that I have aphantasia, which means I cannot see things in my head. It's just all black in there right now. I can't imagine what the space looks like. So I'm trying to remember, oh yeah, of the 3 of these, they always face forward or something like that. I don't have any memory of that. And I am fully sighted. I don't have I've never had to wear glasses, contacts, anything like that. So I rely very heavily on my vision normally. So this is an interesting experience for me. Okay, we got lockers here, lockers and I am at I'm at the back side of the hatch. Okay. I thought I was at the front where you take the chain off to go down. I was at the side, now I've walked to the back side of the hatch. And we're just gonna see where this takes us. Oh, I'm going back into some space there. Oh, forgot to mention, Libby said that she is going to post what space we're in on the subtext here so you can see exactly where we're starting from. Because I obviously don't know, can't tell you. Okay, we got a phone. So this is a bulkhead here. Kind of plumbing, electrical. So there's an outlet. What did I just... Okay, I've got a doorway here. I'm going to go through the doorway. Again, the steps being on this doorway helps tell me that we're probably down in the third deck berthing spaces. Got some sort of grating here, so it's probably air conditioning machinery of some sort, maybe. Framing. What do we got? Got more lockers or something. Okay. Stanchion with a light switch. Light switches are often near doors or ladders. That's a good sign. I'm looking for a ladder to get up out of this space. And we've got a railing. We've got a second railing. All right. So,
when you proceed up, watch your head.
Thank you. So, I know that I'm on third deck based on how many ladders we went down. This is going to get me back up to second deck. Okay. Okay, so I'm feeling the spool of mooring lines behind me, which tells me we're not in the mess decks. We are in that space just aft of it, which would put me near the guidon and the library. If I'm not too disoriented, the library should be over there somewhere, and the guidon should be over that way. And then I've got Chief's berthing behind me and the mess decks in front of me. And I can hear an air conditioner running over here, which would be to the right of the next ladder that I want to go up. Oftentimes ladderways are stacked on top of each other, so having just come up a ladder here, I'm going to feel around this area and see if I can find another ladder going up. All right, we got something here. Got a railing. I can feel a curved bulkhead behind me. That might be stainless steel. It feels smooth and unpainted. That would possibly be the scullery. So if I am right, this ladder should take me up to the exterior to finish this exercise. All right, and I feel fresh air. All right, so we made it up into the area just forward of the flight deck, which was more or less the ladder I thought I was coming up once I got up and oriented myself. So that was not too complicated.
Took you 8 minutes.
Took me 8 minutes to talk through that. Maybe a little bit long if the ship is sinking. But that wasn't too bad. There was ladders very close to where I started. I was worried they were going to take me deep down in the ship and I'd have to like find my way around Broadway to the nearest ladder. berthing spaces like that where there's a large number of people often have a lot of ladders around them. So I was really set up to succeed there. I feel like if I had gone far enough in any direction, I would have found a ladder eventually. Although I did leave the original space I was in, I didn't find whatever ladder was closest to me and ended up in the next space. So that might have been able to make it up faster if I could have oriented myself faster. So this is a very important exercise for new sailors to be able to find their way around the ship. If the lights had gone out, American battleships do not have portholes in the hull of the ship. There's no natural light. So if we lost power, lighting, something like that, some sort of emergency, if it was very smoky in the space I was in because of a fire and I could not see my way out, very important that I learn this exercise to try and orient myself. And again, as somebody fully sighted, like most people in the military have to pass a physical exam to say that they've got good vision or they've got glasses that help. We're not used to making it around in dark or unclear conditions. So very useful for me to talk my way through where I was and how to get out. What's a space you'd like to see us try this from in the future? I don't generally check the comments here on YouTube. If you leave a note down below, Libby might like the idea and we might try this again in a future episode. So let us know if you like this, and if you have an idea for that down in the comment section. Battleship New Jersey receives operating support from the New Jersey Department of State, also from a number of other businesses and private individuals like yourselves. We really appreciate your support. There's a link in the description below for ways you can donate to continue supporting the museum and our channel. Thanks for watching. I'm just in here talking to myself.
Door. I feel like we almost should have filmed this because this is funny. I gotcha. Door. Stay here for just a second. Just don't want you, you know. Door. You like lean back into me, man. Door. Do you have any idea where you are?
I do not.
Okay, good. That's the goal. I am succeeding. Any guesses?
I kept thinking we were going to hit the mess decks eventually and you were going to have to tell me step. And so every time we reach a doorway, I'm like, please warn me about the step before you push me through the doorway.
Okay, well, how about you just assume at this door there's a step? See, that's the problem. It's like there's so many identifying features that it's like you can kind of.
Well, that's also the key of this exercise is,
Know the identifying features.
yeah.
So. There's a lot of obstacles in here. Sorry. Huh? That's weird. Door. Okay. I don't love that, but okay. the thing says I'm about to send you down like a ladder. You're at this like a ladder. Gotcha. Okay, stable, friend?
Yeah.
Okay. 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 To your right are your stairs. We're gonna go down some stairs. Rob is on the stairs in front of you to catch you.
Okay. Is that the bottom?
Yep.
Yep, that's
Cool.
fine. Okay. Forward step.
Hmm.